Why does Totenkampf and Gentle not like DA? I'm just curious.
Do you take first shots or do I take first shots?
And by the way, I'm out of curiosity. I'm not here to debate whether you should or should. I really just want to know.
I've no issues the same way I don't like the DA.
Cool.
So, best deal, you or me first?
You can say everything. It's fine.
Okay, so as we know, the DA controls most of the municipalities in Cape Town. Your rates and taxes are going through the roof in Cape Town, and there's no reason why I should be doing that. Number one, our electricity is on, off, on, and they can blame Eskom as much as they want, but they control the municipalities, so they should make a plan. The second thing is,
there we go. Yeah.
Well, Kuberg's going to be a Fukushima situation pretty soon, because we could have an earthquake now. So the second reason why I don't like the DA is if you want to go off the grid, they will stop you and make you run through any loophole and every loophole. And I know this because I do it on the plumbing side of things.
Yeah, me too.
They make it nigh impossible for anyone to go off the grid. On every solar panel on stuff, they want to tax you for everything.
Yep.
So that's my issue with the DA. Yes, we have nice little potholes fixed from time to time, and our rubbish gets collected, unlike in Joburg. But just because that gets done, it doesn't justify all the other bullshit the DA gets up to. They're not perfect. And with all the other shithousery for the last 4, 5, 10 years with them, they can go sit and spin, as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that does answer the question. Hope you have a lovely day.
Also, the DA are globalists.
And the DA is globalists.
Yes.
And they're enforcing the mask shit. So they're all complicit with that. They want the great resets. And as long as there's people like me in this world, they're going to have a hard time.
They gave the ANC the idea for lockdown levels. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
Sorry.
Not a fan.
The
Definitely
DA,
not a fan.
I'm done. I'm dusted with them. There's no point where they can come back. They're like the Democrats in the States, far as I'm concerned.
So who would you recommend?
Yeah.
Well, at this point in time, so I gave the Cape Party a chance, but they lost me when they slaughtered the watermelon on the beach. And I know that sounds so trivial, but dude, that is so, come on, it's cringy. Okay, so at this point in time, what I can see right now in the next elections, I will vote Freedom Front Plus because they're about the best party out there. But I'm hoping the Purple Cows get their shit together because I'll give them my vote.
Purple Cows. Interesting. What is more important to you?
Freedom. Second Amendment.
No, wait.
The people.
Wait until the question. Wait until the question is asked. What is more important to you? And this is to Gentle and Totenkamp. What is more important to you? Having the ANC dethroned or aligning yourself with a party that you can relate to?
I just want a party that I'm paying you to deliver a service. Okay? Do the fucking job. That's it. That's all you have to do. I want my money's worth.
Fair enough. Doesn't answer my question though.
I've sat now for a year, okay, for them to fetch my neighbor's tar that they driveway because the pipe burst, okay, a year ago. Okay, after lodging C3s and everything. Yeah, it's a small issue. Get hold of your ward councillor. Did that. Get hold of lodge C3s all the time. Okay, because they dumped their rubble onto my yard. I can't pick it up. It's flipping tar. Hello, it's heavy. A year later, you know, they came last week to come fetch it. Or no, about 10 days ago to come fetch. You know why? In my C3 under the description, I wrote there, I'm taking you to the newspapers. It gets done.
Yeah.
Just come fetch it. It's not my shit. You know,
Okay,
I take pride in my home. I pay my taxes. Also, the service delivery, nah. I don't know if I should even vote. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, the question
Service
is,
delivery. Service delivery.
so would you rather dethrone the ANC or align yourself to a party? That was the question, right?
Yeah, align yourself to a party that suits you or
Well,
that you believe suits you.
the Freedom Front Plus doesn't suit me to a T, but I don't think you're ever going to find a political party that's 100%
You're
that's
not
going
going
to
to find.
suit
No.
you to
There's no
100%.
party's
Look,
going to suit you.
Purple Coal suits me to the best at this moment, all right? But as I said, if they get their shit together, they get my votes, no problem. But Freedom Front Plus, there's certain things that, you know, that I can stand with wholeheartedly and have no issues with what they stand for.
Yeah.
The question about dethroning the ANC is, what's it going to take to dethrone the ANC? Because I don't think the voting in general is going to sort that out.
No.
I mean, if we just go a little bit down the rabbit hole, if this Dominion voting thing has been such a shit show, like it's starting to see like it's been all over the world, and the States is just what's happening now, but it's been in Venezuela, it's been in Germany, they're starting to find out and whatnot. Who says that same system isn't being used here? If that makes sense. And I'll be honest with you, I think there's going to be a point if you want to dethrone the ANC, it's not going to be a pretty route. But again, that comes down to the people. I'm like, what do the people want? Are they AK and complicit to carry on like this, or bigger drastic steps, God forbid, might have to be taken? And to answer, Rhodesians will never die. We had the ANC rule here. Well, I didn't see much of a difference between them and the DA, to be honest. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Yeah, with that last
And you,
statement,
Joe?
maybe, but no. Well, that's the thing. I'm confused with what party to choose. I do want to vote in the next elections, but I don't know which party to vote for. And I find it interesting that some people really don't like the DA, even though the DA, like, yeah, they're globalists and they're all
Well,
that stuff, but at the same time,
they're
they're
the better ones. They're the better ones than the rest. Put it that way. But they're not the best.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say
This-
that. It's just
This is
they're the second largest opposition.
yeah, but if
No,
we keep on voting DA, for example, okay, so like if I just keep on throwing my vote to the DA,
Mhm.
nothing will ever change on my side of things. I'm not trying to make a difference and try and get a better route, better direction, if that makes sense. You know, and people are voting for the evil they know, if that makes sense, than the one that they don't know. And when it comes to the Western Cape, I mean, everyone thinks the DA is the only answer, and that's bullshit. But trying to convince everyone
Well, I
of that,
think it's not that the DA is the only answer. No, it's that the DA is the second largest opposition party. So if you give a few more votes to the DA, they could dethrone the ANC. Then in 5 years' time, if you're not happy with the DA, you vote again and you dethrone them. Probably by that time, ZACP would have gained a bigger footing in the political sphere, as well as other political parties. ZACP either needs to grow immensely, because I'm a fan of them too, don't get me wrong. They need to grow immensely within the next, I don't know, how long is it until the next elections? 4 years?
if we have the next election.
If we have a
The
next
thing is-
election.
The thing is, the ZACP is not provincial. They're only on
Yeah.
the national ballot.
Yeah.
So actually, if we're going to talk provincial, what I would like to see happen from the DA side is, first of all, DA, you lost me as a voter because you let identity politics leach into your organization. I do not believe that you have managed to rid that ideology from the DA yet. Okay. Second of all, the DA is very, very much pro what the South African law says about homeschooling. And as a homeschooling mom, that is a value that their values on that oppose how I feel about homeschooling, because the South African law is not fair towards homeschooling. Okay. Yes, it's legal, but it comes with a lot of caveats. All right. So homeschooling families have to belong to a homeschooling legal defense fund in order to protect their own interests. as a homeschooling family. So my issues with the DA are very personal issues. And those are the things that they need to fix if they want to get me back as a voter again. So what they need to do is they need to start looking at forming strong coalitions so that when I go and vote for someone like the VF or someone else, or even nationally the ZACP, that I know that that party will form if they form a coalition with the DA, I will still have my values heard in Parliament. Because my small little party will talk to my values, which is why I voted for them in the first place. Okay, so this whole argument about, because I remember the message that Lynn posted in the Telegram group, and this whole argument about a vote for a small party, you may as well vote for the ANC, is utter bullshit. That is propaganda that the DA is using to emotionally blackmail you into voting for them.
Yeah.
It is nonsense. Vote for the small parties because they align, their values align with your values, and let those small parties make strong coalitions with the DA. And then that way, all of our values get heard in Parliament.
This
That's
is
my
true.
argument.
This is something that Cape Party Jack Miller told me as well. He said that if people vote Cape Party and they're willing to, the DA has expressed willingness to do a coalition with them. Apparently, that's what Jack said. I don't know if that's true, but that's what Jack said.